Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, the good news this past week is a lot of the lakes that were closed due to the non-meandering water bill have been opened up at the present time. So a lot of guys went out and to try some of their luck on some of those lakes, and some came away disappointed, some came away with a lot of fish. So with that, we're going to get started with the report. As far as the walleye bite is concerned, up in the northeastern part of the state, lakes that continue to produce fish include Enemy Swim, Indian Springs, Wabae, Bitter, Pickerel, Roy Lake. We haven't mentioned that in quite a while. And then down in the southeastern part of the state, the lakes include Albert. And it seems like the quality of fish is starting to decrease a little bit at Albert, and I think it's due to the pressure, quite honestly. And then also Ponset, Thompson, Oakwood, 81 Ponds, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, and we haven't mentioned that, and that's one of those lakes that have been opened up now. Guys are coming away with some really nice fish there. Other lakes include Madison, Sinai, Island, as well as Diamond. Now, what have guys been using to catch these walleyes? A lot of guys have been using Rapala shad dancers as well as hornets and pulling them behind the boat. Other guys are casting X-Wraps into the shallows and even pulling them or trolling with the X-Wraps into the shallows less than 5 feet of water. Other guys are using a lot of live bait, pulling spinners with bottom bouncers and crawlers and leeches. It seems like the crawlers and leech bite have kind of taken off in most area lakes. And then as far as the Missouri River bite is concerned, a really tough bite this past weekend, but guys have been doing fairly well pulling plugs, and the main plugs that guys have been using has been the glass shad wraps by Rapala. Otherwise, a lot of guys are also pulling live bait and mainly crawlers out there at the Missouri River. And then as far as the panfish bite is concerned, the crappie bite continues to go decently well at lakes like Ponset as well as Thompson. And then it kind of tapers off a little bit at Sinai as well as Pickerel. And the perch bite, honestly, folks, has been continuing to be non-existent. I think some guys are catching a few perch here and there, but overall, there really hasn't been a perch bite as of late here in eastern South Dakota. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about the Rapala X-Wraps. As you heard me mention in the report, a lot of guys have been using these X-Wraps into the shallows and coming away with a lot of nice fish. And folks, these aren't anything new. These baits have been around for a few years. I absolutely love them. We use them a lot, especially to go after those walleyes in the shallows. And what I mean by shallows, mainly water less than 6 feet out there. And what guys are doing are casting them into the shallows from their boat. And the whole thing is that the X-Wrap is a slash bait. So what you want to do is you want to twitch your rod tip to get that action of that bait to kind of dart out and cause that erratic movement and then cause that strike to happen. So again, let the fish tell you what you want to do, whether or not you do one quick twitch or two or just a steady retrieve. No matter what, the main thing is pay attention to what the fish want. As far as colors are concerned, it really hasn't mattered. There hasn't been a color preference out there, but it really has proven the trick. This year, the X-Wraps have been really worth their weight in gold when you're finding those big walleyes in the shallows, whether or not you're talking about 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. And if you don't know about the X-Wraps, stop on by here at the store. We'll point them out to you, and we'll also show you how we use them ourselves. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd@DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. So remember, when you catch that big fish, take a photo and then send it to me. Before we end this week's report, I want to leave you with a couple of things. First off, folks, if you still need a half flat or a full flat of crawlers packed in dirt or bedding, make sure you give us a call to reserve yours today. Call us at 605-336-9132. And that holds also true for a half pound or a full pound of leeches. And right now, the leech supply is still pretty good, but we know that as we get closer to the 4th of July holiday, the leeches start to dwindle a little bit. But right now, they're still looking good. The other thing I want to bring to your attention, that obviously, that as I mentioned in the fishing report, is that a lot of the lakes have been opened up. All the lakes have been opened up after the non-meandering water bill has been taken care of for right now. What I encourage all of us to do, sportsmen, landowners, and everyone else, is to get along, to make things better than what they were, to leave places better than what they were. We don't need anyone to have any ammunition against us, to use against us, folks. So sportsmen, if you come across some trash or anything like that, and I know a lot of you do this, make sure you pick it up before leaving. Let's make sure that we take care of Mother Earth so that our grandchildren and their children will have something to look forward to and to use as they get older. So again, that's just my little 2 cents. Let's just all reach out a little bit more than what we have in years past, and also especially recent past, and just make things a little bit more enjoyable for everyone around us to enjoy South Dakota lakes. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.